Hey up. So we're at day 12 post-op today. Everything's going great. I'm healing well. I've got my stitches going out on Tuesday. They've all healed really nicely, it seems, so far, touch wood. I'm obviously still in the liquid stage, but the liquids are going down well. I'm drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of protein in. But today was a big day. Today I went out with some friends. We went for coffee, went to a gallery, went for coffee and tea or whatever. And then we ended up going to a restaurant. Now, I could have just dipped at this point. I'd already had a good social time with my mates, but I just had to go with them and see, one, if I could cope with it, which I could, and two, if there was any options for me to have. And anyway, we sat down, a lovely Japanese style restaurant in Nottingham, and there was nothing on the menu that came out immediately, but I asked the waiter, I said, can you do me like a chicken broth, like a clear thin soup kind of thing, and I explained that I'm having a liquid diet. I didn't go into too much detail, but I said I'm on a liquid diet, and if you could do anything like that's got nothing in it but just liquid and a bit of flavour, that'd be great. And they did me like this ramen broth, chicken broth. I'll put a picture of it, and it doesn't look like much, but the taste of it was insane, and I managed to have almost all of it. And it was the same as me having it was probably the posher version of me having what I've been having at home, like a chicken, like cup of soups, but it had plenty of flavour in it. I don't know how much nutrients are in it, but at this stage of my post-op and that, as long as I'm not having too much sugar and too much fat, it doesn't really matter as long as I'm having calories, because I'm at such a calorie deficit already, barely having more than 600 calories a day. I wasn't too worried about it, and I was like, well, the worst thing that could happen is that my stomach doesn't agree with it, and there's a toilet over there or whatever. But luckily, it tasted great. It meant that I could stay with my friends a little longer. They all had food. Having food didn't upset me, or it didn't trigger me or anything. And I was able to sit there with my friends and enjoy a meal with them, even though, a meal with them. And that was big for me. Like, it got me out. I was getting a bit bored by the end of last week. By Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was just bored. I've got loads I can be doing, but it's just having the motivation to do anything. I was just bored. So this was a good opportunity for me to get out and about. I'm feeling a lot better, physically, so I can walk a lot further now. I can go around the supermarket and stuff. I can drive again. So it just gave me a nice bit of freedom. I felt free. I felt like, I've overcome the operation. But it was nice to just go out, socialise with mates, catch up, pretend like I'm integrating into eating food with them. It felt very much like I was having a sit-down meal with my friends, even though I wasn't eating a meal. It was a good way of coping with it. And you know what? It's nice to have something really nice and savoury. Like, I've been drinking a lot of protein shakes. I drink Fuel breakfast drinks, the Fuel 10K stuff. I drink them because they're quite thin and they've got 20 grams of protein, so if I can manage 3 of them a day, I've had 60 grams of protein. And I'll occasionally have like a cream of chicken cup of soup by Heinz. And I drink Earl Grey, black coffee, plenty of water, plenty of sugar-free cordial. But I was starting to get a bit bored of the routine by this week, and to come out and break it up a little bit and have something that tasted to me so savoury. It was such a tasty broth. It's really given me a nice boost. I enjoyed that, and I'm glad I can still do these things, and that my recovery stage isn't stopping me from still being able to have some life. I'm not locking myself in my house and just drinking cup of soups, though I have been. Now it's good to know that I have got the ability to start opening up a few doors and becoming a bit more free again. It's good to be at that stage of recovery. Weight loss wise, I'm losing approximately about £1 a day. I'm not weighing myself every day. I'm weighing myself once a week, but it's working out about £7 a week. this is what I currently weigh at the moment, and you know, two and a bit pound away from being in the 21 stone bracket, which that's 9-10 weeks ago I started this journey, and if you'd have told me 10 weeks ago I'd be anywhere near going into the 21 stone bracket, I'd be like, what? I mean, I think, but when I started out on this journey, I'd have been happy getting to 21 and staying 21. But knowing I've got such a big journey ahead where I'm going to go even smaller than that, and get closer to what's a normal sort of BMI of my height and stuff, it's blowing my mind really. And I'm only 12 days post-op, and the amount of NSVs, so non-scale victories, the amount of like body changes I'm experiencing already is just mind-blowing. And clothes I can fit in and stuff. I mean, I'm 2 shirt sizes smaller, I'm 2 waist sizes on my trousers smaller. I'm not buying any clothes because I'm trying to hold off to my goal weight, but I might pick up a few sort of cheap shirts here and there to keep me going, and you know, so I can, you know, feel comfortable in what I wear. I'm a long way away from being able to skateboard still, but I'd love to be skating within the next 4 weeks. Again, you shouldn't run before you can walk, and I've got that in my head, and I'm trying not to overdo things. The other day I probably played it a bit risky. I went shopping, which was fine, but when I came to getting the shopping in the house, like, I'm a kind of guy that I like to work smart, not hard. I don't want to be doing multiple trips back to the car, so my shopping bag was probably quite heavy. I was a bit stupid to carry that. I didn't do any damage, but I totally could have, and I put it down. I was like, what am I doing? I need to be more careful. I should have been cleverer than that, but luckily I didn't do any damage. And but yeah, it's easy to, when you're feeling good and positive, to do something that could set you back. So I'm really trying hard not to do anything like that. You know, I can walk further now without feeling any discomfort. It's great. I've got 2 more injections left and 3 more of these fancy Rennie things left, and then I'm off all medication completely. So that'll be good. I've not been taking any painkillers still. That's been consistent. The one thing's been really getting me down in terms of, like, one thing I'm noticing that's really annoying me, and I know it's over soon, is my staples for my incisions are really getting me worked up now. I'm ready for them to come out. They come out on Tuesday, so I've got like 2 days to wait, and they're just, you know, peeing me off a bit. They're a bit itchy. In fact, they're not itchy directly, but the dressing I've had on it has had sticky residue, and they shaved my belly when I had the operation, and obviously the hair's growing back through. It's caused some, like, uncomfortable itching and stuff, and that's just been driving me mad. Like, in my sleep the other night, I just pulled my dressings off because I was scratching in my sleep. I was like, oh, like a bear, and I was like, oh, forget this, and I just ripped off the dressing because it was winding me up so much, and I just put my bed sheet over. My wounds are dry, so I thought it was fine. I just let the air get to it. I don't know if that's the right thing or not to do, but I was in such discomfort with the stickiness from the dressings. I just couldn't hack it anymore. So I'm ready to have those staples out on Tuesday, and from there I think I'll be a lot more comfortable. One thing I'm sleeping loads better now. I don't know if it's because I'm sleeping better, because I've always been a big sleeper, but I think I'm probably getting more deep sleep because I reckon I had a really bad snoring issue before. In fact, I know I did. I snored a lot, and I'm waking up. I'm not waking myself up snoring at all. So and I'm sleeping on my back, and I normally snore a lot when I'm on my back. So I'm thinking I'm probably not snoring as much. I've got no evidence of that. I might use one of them apps one night, but I'm feeling like I'm not snoring, or maybe if I did have sleep apnea and didn't know about it, maybe that's gone. I'm not sure, but I have a night's sleep. If I get 8 hours, I feel great the next day. I get up early every morning, and I'm finding a routine with my sleep. I'm not napping off as much as I used to. I used to nap all the time, which, you know, I love a nap, but it's a nuisance when you're dozing off in the middle of the day. That's not happening. I don't feel the need to have a nap. I only have a nap if I'm, you know, bored or something. So that's another, I suppose, non-scale victory that I've noticed. And I'm sure that'll get even better as time goes. I'm looking forward to starting to eat my soft foods. I've got another 2 weeks left of that, but I feel like I'm ready now. But I'm not gonna go off piece when it comes to what I've been told to do. I'm sticking to what my group have told me to do, and with that in mind, I've got another 2 and a bit weeks left of doing a liquid diet. But I'm already coming up with ideas of what I can try and have when I can start eating bits of food. I'm looking forward to having some texture, some flavour, and finding out what agrees with me and stuff. I'm looking forward to that process. I have got a job coming up, 3 days, nothing strenuous, short film with friends, people I know. Someone asked me the other day, how are you coping with being vegan? Now, I'm so sorry to the people that are vegan that do read. I was vegan for 4 years. I did it for 4 years. I'm not anymore. I'm so sorry. I know I've gone back to the dark side and all that. When about a year ago, I slowly was slipping from being a vegan anyway. And when I did this diet, I was like, I'm not going to restrict myself to a full vegan diet. Now, agree, controversial, I know, whatever. I agree with veganism as a thing, and I think it's probably the way the world's going eventually. And I would consider going to be vegan again once I've healed and learned to eat again. But not at the, it's not my priority at the minute. So sorry to let down my vegan friends and stuff, but yeah, I'm no longer a full-fledged vegan, though I still support you 100%, which I know those words mean nothing. Now I'm eating animals and drinking milk and eating eggs and stuff. So yeah, you're gonna have to cope with that. It is what it is, I'm afraid. And not to bash veganism, but I put most of my weight on when I was a vegan. And that's not because veganism is unhealthy, it's because I was unhealthy. The way I handled food and stuff, I didn't do it. That I didn't eat well as a vegan. I did occasionally, but I ate a lot of portion sizes. I ate a lot of carbohydrates. Chips are vegan usually, depending on what you cook them in. So it's a myth that if you become a vegan, you're gonna have a healthy lifestyle. Not true. You've got to be a healthy vegan to be a vegan. You can still be an unhealthy vegan. So just bear that in mind. I have looked into vegan options, into doing what I'm doing, and it is possible. So if you are vegan and you're going to go into this, don't be put off. There's definitely things you can do. You can definitely maintain it. For me, it was just a lot more hard work and a lot less options. But it's totally possible, and if you're completely not as lax as I am about it, and you're vegan until you die, you're never gonna ever come away from that, then it's totally possible. So I just thought I'd explain that. That's all I've got to say, really. It would be nice if anyone watching, if you wanted to ask more questions, I'm happy to answer them in the next videos. So do ask questions if you want me to answer anything. I'll answer it the best I can. I know there's people watching this that are due to have surgery and stuff like that, and if there's I'll try my best to give advice. Again, everyone's different and everyone handles things differently. And I do worry that my videos have made it look too easy because I'm very positive. It's not easy. Do bear that in mind. And some people, they react differently to the operation. They react differently to having incisions at anything, right? So take what I say with a pinch of salt. And I'm still honest, but I'm finding it fine. It's going well. I mean, I think the biggest thing is if you've not had it yet and you're thinking of having it done, do your research. because I did loads of research and I watched loads of videos, other people that do videos on YouTube. I did loads of research and I was expecting a rough time, especially at this stage. But also because I did such a lot of research, just stuff like killing time. Like, one of the best things you can do is finding distractions, especially when you're trying to do your liver shrinkage diet, or if you're trying to, I don't know, or if you've just had your operation and you're trying to think of things to do. Finding hobbies, doing stuff, and I've got plenty of that stuff. So I think, yeah, do your research, and if there's anything you want to ask me, I'll happily answer it. If you don't want me to address it in the video, feel free to message me privately. Can you do that on YouTube? If you can't, I might even consider making an Instagram page. I've got an personal Instagram page, which is AF Sound UK. You can go and follow me there and send me a message. I'd happily talk to anyone who's got any questions and show some sort of support. Want any advice or whatever, I'll try my best. I might set up a separate account though on Instagram because it's very work focused, my current personal Instagram pages. But yeah, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. And if you are liking the videos, do like and subscribe and all that jazz. If anything, it does help the algorithm and helps other people find it. And now knowing that some of these videos are helping some people, I'd really like to help other people. So I'm not, I don't want to do this full time, but if I can help more people, then great. So if you liking and subscribing gives me more reach, gives me more opportunities to help someone else. So that's all really. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see ya.